check this is working. Can people hear me? Can people hear me? Yep. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is the Gaming Lord of 4, and welcome back to Destiny 2. Today, we're going to be doing something different. So, obviously, we've previously done Gambit and God damn it. So yeah, obviously we've previously done some Gambit. We've obviously done a lot of Mayhem in the Crucible, and we've had a few goes at the new Onslaught game mode. But today we're going to be going to Old Classic. We're going to be doing some strikes today, and of course by we I mean, and we're going to wait for me to get to the top of the elevator. And then we're going to reveal our special guest, who is always Saber Jewel Gaming, and he's not facing me.
Hello there.
It would have been so much better.
And then you've just disappeared back down again as well.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I was distracted by the fact of your uncoordinated not facing me.
In fairness, I literally shouted you to say, you do know you're facing the wrong way. Why aren't you even on the lift this time? Oh, there you are. Jeez.
Anyway,
well,
yeah, did you shout? Did you shout at me whilst you were muted?
No, it was before I muted.
Did you?
Yeah. Hour.
Anyhow,
so we're doing strikes.
We're doing strikes.
I forgot how much I liked this Warlock armor.
Oh, the Zodiac type
robes.
ones.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I remember Scorpios. I remember Hunter's got Scorpios, and I was just like, that's perfect for me.
So, hopefully we get some good strikes. There's some of the strikes I really enjoy doing, and others I detest.
Yeah, and the main problem with strikes nowadays is that they are also mixed in with these lovely things called battlegrounds, which are absolutely dreadful. So chances are we might get one of those. If we get a lot of those, I'm gonna cry. Anyhow, all right, let's get started.
Those are manly tears.
It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in that chair.
That is cool, that one.
I do love Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
It is a very good film.
Yes. It's one of those where it's just like, I'm glad they stopped at 2.
I loved when they did that one of my favourite puns, and I goes, oh my god, there's a leak in the boat. And there's a leak just there.
That one.
Ah!
That one.
That was one of the best.
It really is. Just like, it's just basic humour at its finest. So, a little bit of a different talk video game wise whilst we're loading into the first strike. I finally got the Helldivers. It is probably the most fun I've had playing a new game in a while. Obviously, when I first played Destiny, it was like, I love playing it, and I still love playing it, but obviously because it's a new game and it's like a different sort of like format. But that's not the only reason I like playing the game. The community is not toxic whatsoever. Or at least of the... How the hell are you already dead?
I fell.
Okay. But yeah, so the community is not toxic from what I've seen anyway. Like, there was literally one time where I messed up a few times, and the guys who had been playing longer than me were just like, yeah, no worries about it. Just like, you're still learning, just like you make mistakes, and it's all fine. And then there was literally one time where me and a few other lower levels decided that we can definitely swim in this game, right? And we just went into the water and immediately drowned because Helldivers can apparently not swim. And we stood there, and normally you can just like, if you all die and you still have some reinforcements, you can just spawn back in, but the game had glitched and we couldn't spawn back in. So we were just there, just like, ah. So we just stood there for a couple minutes, just like in the water, just like, well. Just like kept in character with Held. I was just like, well, this wasn't in training. I was just saying, like, this is like genuine, like a good community from what I've seen so far. Like, I've not seen anybody toxic.
See, I never have problems with gaming communities because I just don't take part in the communities.
That's fair enough.
So I never have.
You
problems.
don't take part in it, therefore no issues.
There's no. It's like there is no problem with the WWE 2K24 community
because you don't.
I just play on my own. So what's the issue?
Yeah, but it's more like those games where you've got co-op aspects to it, and PvP, especially like in Destiny. The lovely little thing called Trials of Osiris is it's toxic as all hell, along with Iron Banner.
One of the many reasons why I'm not keen to play it.
I used to play it because it used to not be toxic. Well, at least Iron Banner I played. Never played Round of Trials of Osiris.
Here's an interesting question for you then. And I suppose I'm talking about like as in gaming community. So it could be playing the game, or it could just be, people online talking about a game.
Yeah.
Or people's opinions on gaming, anything at all. What would you say are, and to make it a bit interesting, whatever you pick, I will pick 5 different things.
Okay.
5 things or 5 behaviors or mindsets in gamers that you particularly think are toxic, that the worst things, or just 5 things that you would like to see just disappear.
Okay.
From gamers themselves. I don't mean companies and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's almost a separate conversation.
Can they be game-specific things?
If you want to.
Okay. One of them...
I think most things aren't game-specific, though. I think most problems, if it's a problem, it exists in lots. But...
The first one I have is very much a Destiny, like, raid aspect of... Hi, Pink, how you doing? But yeah,
Hi, Pink.
So the first one that I'd want to get rid of is when people put in like a invitation to a party saying, well, like how they've got like the Find a Fire Team thing now in Destiny.
Oh yeah.
They had that originally just on the app, and it was always know what to do and all that if you wanted to like be part of the raid. But obviously, if it's like if you hadn't played the raid before, you wouldn't know what you're doing. So you'd have to go through a video, which when you're being explained something and not being able to play it, it's a bit like, well, I can't experience gimmicks firsthand. So it's like, and all that. So it's more those people who like always say just like, oh, you need to know what you're doing if you want to play with like our team or something like that.
How are you supposed to get the experience if no one will give you the experience?
Yeah. But the funny thing is, half of the team that act like they know. Yeah, we're out having a good day, Pink. Well, at least I am on my end. Don't know about you, Saber. How's your day going?
It's gone okay, thank you, Pink. I appreciate that.
But yeah, so it's like half of them don't even know what they're doing as well, and then they like all get aggressive with you because you don't know what you're doing. I'm just saying, it's like, well, do you guys?
Just so you know, Pink, we're basically just questioning. It just came up naturally, by the way, but we're just having a bit of a conversation about what are the sorts of like toxic or negative behaviors in gamers that we consider we'd like to see just disappear, we'd like to see just vanish from communities. So if you've got any, please feel free to throw them in there and let us know.
So, yeah,
So that was your
that's-
first one?
That was my first one, and obviously the one I feel more passionately about, because of I have experienced it firsthand. One of them would definitely be like, well, I suppose that one would class as gatekeeping, wouldn't it?
To a degree.
To a
Yeah, I mean, it
degree.
would be. It's a part of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Um,
Do you want to do one for one, and that way you've got more time to think, or?
yeah, because I can't overly think of any more right now.
Okay. I mean, my
that
first one will sort of spawn off that, because my first one was going to be gatekeeping.
Yeah.
And I don't mean gatekeeping as in you have to be this good. I mean gatekeeping as in, for example, people that talk about you're not a real gamer if. So you're not a real gamer
Yeah.
if you only play games like on the Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch or the Nintendo 3DS. You're not a real gamer if you only play games like Nintendogs. You're not a real gamer if you only play on mobile. I just think that's all nonsense. You know, what makes someone a real gamer if they really play games? I don't
Yeah, if
care
they play
what
games and
console
they
it's on.
enjoy playing the games.
Yeah. And if that's what they want to be
Hi
considered.
Razza, notice you're here.
Hello, Razza.
Hope you're having a good day, Razza. And Pink was... Sorry, I'll let you finish before I say what Pink was saying.
No, go for it. That was pretty much the gist of it. I just don't think anyone should have the right to tell people what makes someone a gamer. You know.
Yeah, because...
But yeah, go on.
Because you play the game because you want to play a game. Like,
Yeah.
if that makes you a gamer, then it makes you a gamer. But if you just want to play the game because you quite... Like, I know, like, some franchises have, like, game spin-offs or something like that. So, and, like, some people would play a game for that, and they only play that one game. I wouldn't say that makes you a gamer if you don't want it to make you a gamer. Like...
If you play video games but you don't want to be considered a gamer, then you're not one, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, to me you are, but I'm not going to tell someone that's what they are if they're...
Yeah, if you don't want to be considered a gamer, you don't want to be considered a gamer. Simple as.
Put it this way, you are someone who plays games, therefore you are a gamer. But it is up to you whether you consider that to be an important part of who you are, your personality. It's like you actually can't choose what you are, but you can choose how important or how much of a factor that is in who you are.
Yeah.
So just because you play games doesn't mean being a gamer has to be part of your personality. But also, it can be if you want it to be. So I just don't like the idea of gatekeeping, people saying you're not a proper gamer. If you don't play online, you're not a proper gamer. If you don't do this, you're not a proper gamer. Do you remember that comment I got early in my channel?
Oh yeah, you're a fake gamer.
Someone put fake gamer as a comment. I was like, dude, there is literally about 200 to 300 hours of live streams of me playing video games.
There's literally
What the heck?
a good few hours of the first couple streams we did on Destiny where he can't jump.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to say that I suck at gaming, then fine, okay, that's an opinion.
And if it's only on those videos, then I
can understand that.
I can understand.
If they said you suck at Destiny, at that point I kind of did. I'm okay with that. But also, I've completed games that a lot of people don't even know exist. So let's not, judge people just by one game. But anyway, sorry. So what was it Pink said?
Pink said, like, thieves and loot thieves.
Ooh.
So,
yeah,
that's
fair.
As soon as they see it drop, they'll go grab it and all that. Also, Razza says that you are an amazing gamer. And
Thank you, Razza.
He also said that gatekeeping means something else here.
Oh. Is that something you want to repeat, or is it not something that you'd want to repeat?
Razza, before you repeat it, is it PG friendly? I know most of the times we're not PG friendly on this channel.
Pinks also said, not a full game, but you know the Just Dance players who talk down about you instead of just having fun and control everything. I actually have played not just like Just Dance, but some of the dance games, some of the singing games like Guitar Hero,
Yeah.
Pop, like the SingStar ones.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they're still video games. I don't care. They're video games.
Oh yeah.
And they were a lot of fun. I enjoyed them.
I love
the occasional
doing
party.
Just Dance
I'll still
when I
throw.
was... Now I don't know about you singing karaoke because I can't remember the last time I would have heard you singing karaoke.
I used to like SingStar and play Creep.
By
I was
Radiohead.
good at that one. Yeah. I always smashed it on that.
Raja says you can be bad at gaming and still be a gamer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He also says something else I can see because it cut off.
He said, a gamer is someone who enjoys gaming.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair with me. The trick is people then say, oh, yes, but it's not gaming if it's just on a mobile phone. Or it's not gaming if it's not
that's
you enjoy
just
it
a
or not.
subsect of gaming called mobile gamers.
I'm not being funny. Some PC gamers don't think it's gaming if you play on a games console.
It's like you have PC
I want to point
gamers.
you to the name of the console.
You have PC gamers, console gamers, mobile gamers, and
Yep.
those are like the three subsects of gamers.
Yeah, it's
Hackers.
just...
That is also a good one. Pink says that hackers are a thing that needs to go away. And Raza said gatekeeping means someone who keeps a gate.
That's kind of anticlimactic now,
yeah,
if I'm honest.
Yeah. Raza also says the best type of gamers are retro gamers.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that.
I'm not going to disagree with him either. I'm aware I play more modern games, but I've played some retro games, and I love retro games.
Let's be honest. You're just a retro gamer in the making. That's all.
Yeah.
You're a retro gamer that hasn't reached the point where his games are retro yet.
But
they will be.
As much as I love Devil May Cry 5 for being my introduction into Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 3 is my favorite one, by far. Disagreeing with Raza is dangerous, apparently.
That sounds like a threat, man.
It's like, can you do that in Canada? Are you allowed to be threatening in Canada? I'm going to threaten you with too much kindness.
Well, that is a thing, I suppose. But who can complain about too much kindness?
Hopeless gamers are a hit or miss. Ones that think they know the game but they don't.
See, that's a different type of toxicity for me, because that's people who are just a bit arrogant about a game and they're like, oh no, it's this, and it's like, no, you don't actually know what you're talking about. And it's okay to not know what you're talking about, but anyone who acts like they're the best at something they haven't got a clue about.
It's like, cannot stand arrogant people. They just get on my nerves. You've heard the countless stories of a certain person on my universe.
I agree. I can't stand arrogant people. They're nowhere near as good as I am. Yeah. Come on.
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
Raza also said something about me playing an Atari game. I think it was Atari. I think it was Lynx.
Oh,
something like
the Atari Lynx was basically a handheld console
Yeah.
that came out around the same time as the Nintendo Game Boy and the Game Gear for Sega.
Yeah.
It was sort of Atari's last attempt to stay relevant. It failed. It was a very good console with very good games,
Yeah.
but it was just too expensive and it didn't have the sort of name recognition. Game Boy
As
had all the
Nintendo
Mario
did.
ones.
Yeah.
Sega had Sonic. Both of those had like Mortal Kombat, and
He says,
Atari just.
I want Gaming Lord 04 to play Atari consoles.
If we can if we can find an Atari 2600, you've got to be
Can you
able to have
stream
one
on
of them. Oh, I mean, we wouldn't be able to stream. Actually, we would. I could literally stream from my phone, just point at the screen.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair,
Point out
one
the screen
day,
and do it like that. We just
one day I'll
avoid
have to
putting our
put just-
faces in front of the phone.
yeah, no, we just put it pointing straight at the screen.
Yeah.
One day I could get my my SNES Mini out, and we could try and play some 16-bit games.
Yeah.
That'd be quite fun. That'd be an interesting stream. Maybe I mean, the only thing we'd have to be mindful of is I don't know how people would be able to comment and stuff, but still, could be fun.
I think
Maybe
they'd
we
still
could
be able to
try that
comment.
for like one of our channel's anniversaries or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I get the chat up because Pink put something on. Raz
Yeah,
put
Pink said
I'm trying to
something as well.
remember, like what was said. Oh God, I'm being shot at because I'm trying to get the stream up.
I'll go focus on the shooting things. You focus on the reading.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so Raz has said, who are the worst types of people at work? Where out people, let's hear it. We'll hold that thought for a second. Pink says spawn trappers is also not a good thing for shooting games, ones that kill people if it's your own team. So, like, people who purposely shoot you when it's, like, for, like, friendly fire and stuff like that. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Which, they have that in Helldivers. For some reason, you can shoot your teammates. And the amount of times I've had to apologise for accidentally killing people. And they've had to apologise for setting the explosive or too close to us. Yeah. So, moving on to Raz's pick for types of people at work. He has said, I hate when someone is winning in FIFA and that. What's that got to do with work? Oh, I'm assuming this is sticking to the gaming thing. I thought this was something to do with the work thing you said, Raza. I hate when someone is winning in FIFA and last 10 minutes they go in their own half and just pass the ball around to kill time. That is the worst. So
Yeah,
time
that's
wasters.
annoying.
Yeah.
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 To be fair, that's kind of what I did to you when we were playing
Oh, yeah.
1v1. I got like 2 early kills and then hid. I was just like, what are you going to do? Find me? To be fair, though, in that game, part of the aim is to find the other person, so...
Especially when it's a 1v1 in such a big map.
I didn't care. I just wanted...
No,
I
mean,
just
as
wanted
in,
to
like...
win.
No, when you said about the, like, finding the other person, especially when it's like a 1v1 in that big of a map, it is a challenge to find each other.
Yeah. I suppose the problem is, as annoying as that is, like we're going back to the example he used there in FIFA, that's exactly what people would do in real life football, though.
Yeah, it is.
We're winning, so we're going to go on the defensive. I think it's one of those things. It's annoying, but I suppose that's the difference. Because I think he's right. It's annoying, but is it toxic? I wouldn't say that is, because it's annoying, but it's only annoying because it's happening to you.
Yeah, it's annoying because it's happening to you, but then if you were to
Yeah.
turn around and do it. It's a game, not a real game. Raz has put.
It's a game of a real game, though.
And then Raz has put, or if you're winning and they quit. That's one thing.
Oh no, there's no denying that.
Yeah, there's no denying that. That is one of those.
Or just as bad if you're losing, especially if it's a team one, you're losing, and
your
one of your
teammates
team
quit.
just
Yeah.
leaves. Because we
Yeah,
had that
that-
a few
that
times
annoys
on
me.
Star Wars Battlefront, didn't we?
Yeah, we
and
did.
we've had it on this as well on Control and Crucible and stuff,
Yeah.
where we've been losing, and then we've suddenly looked, and like half the team's left, and we're like, hang on, there's still like 5 minutes left here. We could easily, and we've had some games where
it's
we've
also
come
like-
right
it's also
back
like,
and won, haven't
yeah,
we?
exactly. Like Gambit is one where I feel like it's a pointless thing to leave because it's so easy to just like to change the like scales of like who's winning and who's not.
Yeah, yeah.
People have said other things. Raz, but the work thing I will mention to you, and I want to hear your guys. I forgot to tell you, Saber, I got a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, nice. What games have you got? Do.
He's now just put, I hated when I played Street Fighter 4 online, someone would take Rio and spam the Hadoukens. Yeah, that's
You are just describing me. You know what I used to do? Here's an interesting question for you.
When we were playing Mortal Kombat together, and you would just keep picking Liu Kang and just doing the leg sweep.
You can do that with anyone. It doesn't even matter who you pick. You just crouch down and just
Well,
leg sweep.
You picked Liu Kang and then did, I think, a move that was specific to him. It might not have been the leg sweep, but you kept doing something that was specific to him.
Was it like the bicycle kick?
It might be.
When you keep doing that kick and they start like da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Pinks, but the ones... Oh god, I'm gonna die again. The ones that rage at everything and everyone, even though it's entirely their fault.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a real thing.
This is just describing people in general at this point, to be
I
honest.
literally thought you were going to say this is just describing you, Saber. Like, excuse me? I don't rage.
You don't rage, but you are competitive as all hell.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to save myself. Like, do I dare bring up the zombies incident?
Don't know what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean.
Feel free. I've got nothing to hide.
There was a time when we were doing like a geek board game night, and we what was it? It was a friend from Australia had come home, and they visited, so we were doing a geek board game night. And we were playing zombies, and this was my first time playing zombies, and I was close
It's
to...
a board game, by the way. Zombies is a board game.
Not as in Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah.
So, and I was close to, like, winning and in the game. And Saber finds a card that allows him to move somebody back 7 spaces, and he picks me.
Of course I did. You were going to win. I won't allow that. I think I'm an idiot.
But now it's when we play Hero Quest, and our other friend
Oh,
killed
Hero
out-
Quest is
killed-
legendary.
killed my wizard.
Well, in fairness, in Hero Quest, I'm not actually, if I'm like the dungeon guy, I'm not actually trying to beat you. I'm just taking those moves.
You also just withhold
I'm-
information at points, which is obviously understandable because you don't want to reveal everything. Which is what a dungeon master in a D&D session would do.
Yeah.
'Cause obviously they
I
have a
try and be
story
nice, to
plan
be
and
fair,
stuff.
because I'll always give little hints.
Yeah, no. You also like when I was asking the question about that card, and you just like roll to see, roll this, and then we'll let the dice decide, pretty much.
Yeah. Because I'm actually quite keen to do, like, use a little bit of flexibility in it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, if someone says, oh, I actually want to see if I can take that sword off that thing, and I might say, well, okay, then if you roll a 6, you can have the sword, but anything other than that, you cut yourself on it and lose a life. Do you know what I mean? So
Cut yourself on it and you're dead.
yeah, you just die because you're a complete wimp and you cut yourself picking up a sword. What a prat. But if you went, okay, I'll take the risk, then I'd do it. And I'd go, okay, congratulations, you've got that sword now. Because I think you've got to be a little bit creative. You know, it just makes it a bit more fun, doesn't it?
Raza put, when I would play 360 back in the day sometimes while playing online, and I would often hear the other player be like, give me 2 minutes, I got hit the bong, and you can hear them doing it.
To be fair, on some like the football games on the Xbox 360, I used to sometimes play online. And the amount of times I'd be playing and the person I'd be playing against was like obviously in another country, and I didn't always understand what they were saying. But they'd just be playing, and they're literally doing commentary to the match. In whatever their language was.
This,
So I can just hear them speaking and going, and they're just going, blah, 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 and I'm going, I don't understand a word he's saying. And they're going, oh, yeah, yeah. And I'm going, dude, I don't know what you're saying. I do not know what you're saying. And then I'd score or they'd score, and they'd go, is that goal? And I'd be like, I know that word. Yes, I know that word. And then they'd start talking about something else. I go, I don't know any other word you're saying. I know it's a goal.
It's like when you can occasionally hear the the Spanish or the French commentary in WWE.
Yeah.
What? It's like, Cody Rhodes. I understand that. Yeah.
So Pink has also put off topic. How would you feel if you had an allergy to milk and yet they still give you a cheeseburger?
Oh, I mean, allergies are a tough one, because first of all, if someone knows you've got an allergy and they give you something that's bad, you know, that goes against your allergy, it could just be a mistake. Other times it can be a bit thoughtless.
Yeah, like I can think like if it's like you've only like known the person for a short time and then they give you like a cheeseburger and stuff like that, and you're obviously lactose intolerant, then I'd say there's a bit of a problem. But if it's like you've known them for like a couple months or something, like then I'd say it's just easily like checked off as a like a mistake. That's what I would say.
I think as well it can be quite tricky because people go, right, you've got a milk allergy. I haven't given you milk. You've given me milk chocolate. Yeah. And people don't get that that's
technically also milk.
Well, chocolate itself is made out of cocoa, but milk chocolate, as in like the chocolate
Cadbury's
bar, yeah, that's got milk in it.
Yeah.
So, we all died
Seriously?
on this.
We got distracted by Cadbury's. That's why.
Oh no, I do like Cadbury's, to be fair, and that's probably not helpful for someone with a milk allergy, though. So I apologise. Yeah, that was just harsh.
Really insensitive of us.
Really? Thanks.
Really insensitive
Thanks,
of us. I can't.
Do you want to
believe
go on about
that.
how nice it is? Well, do you know what I mean?
But yeah, no. So my friends at uni, I had to reveal that I'm allergic. Well, I have a allergy to ibuprofen, where I will quite literally, if I have it, throw up blood. So it's something that is not very, very good for me. And one time, like, I had a banging headache, and they were just like, "Oh, I have some like painkillers," and they handed me it, and it was a paracetamol and an ibuprofen. And as I went to like put it in my mouth, one of them just realised, just like, "Hold on, do not do that." It's like, why? Just like one of them's ibuprofen. And it's like, because I was like 5 the last time I had it, and obviously hadn't seen like an ibuprofen pill for ages because I know not to take them.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize it and almost just ended up throwing up blood.
I don't think there's many things that I've got a serious allergy to. There's a few things that I would have like minor reactions to.
Yeah.
Especially when I was younger. But not so much now. I remember at one point being absolutely gutted because there was something in McCain's Southern Fries. Yeah. It's like, you know, Southern fried chips. And I absolutely loved them. They were my favourite chips. And there was something in them that it turned out I was allergic to.
Yeah.
And you know when you're like, well, look, I'm not really allergic. And it was like, yeah, but you are coming out with a rash every time you eat them. Yeah, but I'm not dying.
Just like your face so is swelling.
Yeah, I was like, but what if you have a stronger reaction? I was like, I don't think you realise how nice these chips are, Mum.
I don't think you understand the lengths I'm going to go to eat this.
Yeah, you do not get how I feel about these damn chips.
I am committed to this, all right?
Yeah. It's like, would you rather live without them or die eating them? And I was like, you're going to need to give me more time.
Would you rather take the blue or the red pill? The red pill, like... you continue eating them and die. The blue pill, you just stop eating them.
I need you to specify how long I'll be eating them before I die. Well,
just like,
what is the quota?
No, are we talking like
are we talking
like a few days, a few months, like a few hundred years?
Yeah.
Right. So Raz, we'll get to the work thing in a second, mate. Just because I've seen what Pink has put in the chat. They've gone, because this guy is gonna sue this McDonald's as they gave him a cheeseburger, even though he was allergic to milk. He got sent to the hospital. Not being fair, he should have checked the burger first before he ate it, but McDonald's is also to blame for not double checking if it had no cheese. Also depends on if he removed it on the menu, like, because I know you can like customize the things to remove like certain aspects off the food.
Yeah, like, I think it comes down to, like, first of all, have you taken it off, but also have you made them aware? Because often on the menus, and this isn't an excuse, but often on the menus they will say things like, if you have an allergy, please make us aware, or please. So, for example, like the cheeseburgers, often they'll just take the slice of cheese off.
Yeah.
And if someone's got a serious allergy, that won't change it. In the same way as if someone's got a nut allergy, they don't need to eat nuts. They just need to eat something that's been prepared in the same location as the nuts. So it depends on how severe an allergy is. But yeah, it's a tricky one because people can still make mistakes. If you're not being told specifically, this person has an allergy of this. So if I'm ordering from McDonald's and I go in and say, can I have a beef burger, no cheese, please? I have a cheese allergy. They know they have to prepare that burger from scratch. So there's no excuses. If I just say beef burger and I accidentally put cheese on it, that's still mostly my fault, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, they made a mistake with the order, but that's all they did. They made a mistake with the order. If I haven't told them, then it is on me.
But obviously, in the case of him suing him, it was like, if he's told them and removed it off the menu, I know, like when you remove things, like occasionally, especially with the McDonald's near I work, they'll still put it on, like, I removed the cucumbers off my wrap of the day because I just don't like cucumbers. So I'll remove them, but it's happened a couple of times where they've like added them and stuff like that. So in that case, it would be a case of the McDonald's being at fault because they've not followed like the order, but at the same time, he should have checked it. But anyway,
finally going to Raz's work, type of people at work that you hate. Saber, what's your one?
I think the kinds of people I've worked with some really, really great people, and I've worked with some absolute douchebags. And I think that in the same way as they're just the types that often they're just the type of people that I don't like. But if I'm going to specify, you know, whether or not someone's your type of person or not, what type of person do I dislike specifically with regards to working with them? The main one for me would be people that make it harder for other people to work there.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't just mean me. So I mean anyone, for example, that doesn't do their bit so other people have to do it. Or people that actively create a toxic environment so they're always moaning and being negative so it makes everyone else feel miserable. Or people that talk about others behind their back. And you know full well that they're probably talking about you behind your back as well. So anyone who makes work a difficult place to be, more so than it can be at the best of times, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those people are the ones where you just go, do you know what? No. It's just not okay.
My one I've experienced like twice. Well, different situations, but I've experienced firsthand and all that twice. One of them was with someone who doesn't work. Well, both of them actually are with people who don't work at our site anymore, or I don't think they even work for the company anymore. But they we were basically cleaning the changing rooms. Well, I was, so I had like litter picked all the cubicles, like squeegeed like the floors, basically getting rid of like the water that was on the floors. And they came in, saw that I had basically went to a spot that I hadn't been to yet and squeegeed the last bit, and then went just like, and I put my name on the board, and they also went to do like the to clean toilets, and I put my name on the thing, and he's like, can you put my name on there? I'm just like, no. And he was like, what? It's like, no, you squeezed like the tiniest puddle. Like, why would I put your name on the changing room like list? And he was like, because I've also done toilets. I'm just like, then put your name on the toilets one. Like, the toilets aren't a part of the changing room.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where he's trying to like pull like senior already, because he's been working
pull
there
rank
for longer. He was older than me by a couple years, but it's just like, and he'd been there for like, he had actually worked there for longer than I have, but I'd always been going there since I was a kid, because my mum also works for the company and like trains like.
But the thing is, as well, in work, age has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, so I've had it before where, and obviously I don't talk exactly about what I do, but I've said I work in healthcare. And I've had, because of the way I've gone about my career, I never wanted to be a manager or like the very, very senior. So I was very well experienced, but I took a different route. So I'm a senior grade now, but in a different way, more so around teaching and development and stuff like that. And I'd made a point, like, as we had much younger people, and I mean people like nearly half my age, who were coming in, and they were being like technically my boss, and like being in charge and stuff, and they felt a bit like, would it be okay for you to do that? And I was like, you don't have to ask me, you can tell me. They went, oh, I know, but you've worked here for so long. And I'm like, no,
I understand,
you're the boss.
I understand.
You tell me and I'll do it.
People in that aspect, because like they...
I understand it.
Don't feel comfortable like telling people older than them what to do and all that. And I can completely understand that. Like, it's like it's a bit like jarring, like trying to talk to like someone who's
Yeah.
older than you, like telling them what to do.
Absolutely. My mindset is if you're the boss, it doesn't matter to me whether, you know, you're half my age or twice my age.
Yeah.
It's the role that I will have respect for. But at the same time, I will speak to someone with respect whether they are the absolute lowest grade or whether they are the heads of the entire organization. The way I see it is people should be spoken to with the same level of respect. Now, can, you know, for example, the cleaner, can that person tell me what to do? Well, normally, no. But if they're talking about how, you know, the area should be kept clean, well, that's their area.
yeah,
So if
that's
they say
fair.
to me, oh, by the way, could you wipe that down afterwards? I'll say, absolutely. Because when it comes to cleaning, that's your thing. Literally everything else, I'm in charge of. But when you're that person, I'm going to listen to you. I just think everyone should be treated with the same level of respect, and then you have a lot of very happy workers.
Yeah.
Don't know if that answered your question, Raza.
With the continuing with the story, it then got to the point where I just walked away and just like was just like not having any of it. And then I went back to the office and he was like, he felt like he was just a douchebag in general, to be honest. But then he like felt like confident because he was like the cover DM who was like always friendly with people and all that. Like, and he was friendly with the guy who was being a douchebag to me. But like, the cover DM had also known me since I was a kid, so I was just there, just like, I'm not saying he's gonna pick my side here, but like, he's also not gonna like be biased with you because he's friendly with you. And the receptionist was also in, who is like a older sister to me, which again, not saying they'd pick my side, but that doesn't mean they're gonna.
But they're not going to let someone be a
Yeah.
douchebag either.
Yeah. So he's basically challenged it, just like, why were you just like not doing it? I'm just like, because you didn't do the thing. Like, if you didn't do the thing, like, I'm not putting your name on. And it's like, because the receptionist has also gone out for like a break after and we've been in the office just waiting for like the next thing to do because it was a quiet day, and basically he was at the point where he could see the window if somebody needed to be served. I was round the corner by the door to the actual entrance of the office, and I couldn't see the window. And it wasn't until I got up and saw the camera that I was just like, there's somebody there. Like, how long have they been there? And he just like looked up, just like, oh, I don't know. So it's like, I went to go serve him because I was just there. It's like, right, I'm not being funny with this. It's ridiculous. But I was just, and then I turned around, just like, why? Like, you can see the people there. Like, why didn't you think just like I was saying, just like, I understand like being on your phone and stuff because like we've got nothing to do, but at the same time, like, if you're there and we've not got a receptionist on for the time being, the least you can do is like look up at your phone occasionally to like see who's there, like if there's anyone there waiting to be served or anything like that. And he was like, again, just being like, who do you think you're talking to and all that? Just like, I'm just there. It's like, I'm not even bothering with you. It's like, and just walked out and then walked back in, and then he like tried arguing with me in front of with the other two people, and I was just there, just like, just stood my ground and was just like, just told him what for. But then the other case was someone who, it was a Friday shift and it's always quieter, so it's basically like a group like effort with cleaning. But I was covering cleaning because the cleaner was also covering DM. But in our job description, it is that we are LTM cleaner, so like we do cleaning as well as the cleaner. So it's not just the cleaner doing absolutely everything.
Yeah, it's a shared
but-
responsibility thing.
But yeah, but the rule is, if you're the cleaner, you don't go on poolside to lifeguard. And I was just like, and the DM told me, and the DM told me just like, don't go on because like you're taking my role on today, and I obviously wouldn't go on pool because I'm not trained. And it's like, it's not that I couldn't go on pool because of it, but I was told not to by the DM, so I was just like, right, okay,
Yeah.
I won't then. But this person, she was just like, are you going to go on pool? And I'm just like, no, because I've been told not to. And she's like, oh, well, if you don't go on pool and help us out with it, then we won't help you out with like the cleaning later. I'm just like, okay. So I just thought, to save an argument, I'll do like a 15-minute stint on pool. That way I've done at least something, so that way they don't have an excuse to not do anything for the rest of the night. Because it's one of those things where it's like, if I can actually like reason with somebody and like stuff like that, but if it's just not worth giving the energy of like an argument, then I'll just do it. Like that I just couldn't be arsed arguing with that person.
Yeah, I think it is just sometimes you have to sort of pick your battles.
Yeah, like that one, the one before that I was talking about. More than happy to pick that battle. More than happy, because it was just like he was trying to pull like rank and all that, which I was not happy about. But yeah. Anyhow, yeah, Raz, I hope that gives you your answer.
Like everyone stop commenting. Like, I'm not asking any more questions now.
I like how everyone before, just like when we talk about like gaming habits that we want gone, they were like putting all their answers in. As soon as I start ranting about work, they're just like, we'll just let him
Who
have
asked the
his.
question about work? What were they thinking?
Raza.
Raza!
That's on you.
Okay, so as I was ranting and you were ranting, Pink, but if I had an analogy like that, I definitely would have double checked my stuff and reminded them. Like I said, he should have checked first. Yep.
Yeah. The cold hard reality of it is that if you have an allergy, it's your responsibility first and foremost. Now that said, if you make people aware of your allergy, especially like, you know, people in like a cooking establishment or whatever,
Yeah.
and they don't follow that, or they don't tell you, you know, that they add something to it, and you know that's then on them.
Yeah, it is. So, Raza then said, in my cases, people talk behind backs and you even hear it, or call them out and say, oh, it was nothing but if you say something, they get emotional, and unfortunately I have 3 like that now currently, yeah. I notice it because basically when you've got a lot more younger staff on, which with my job you do, because everyone's just like wanting to get money and all that for obviously like spending and stuff like that. My job pays pretty well for like people my age, so it's just one of those where it's like your personality is just like you put on like fake faces to when you're talking to people and stuff like that, and then they go and talk behind your back, and it's not fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I never like those situations. And Pink said, if I actually get a job graduating, I definitely don't need the employees yelling at people, me included, for no reason. And I want to try and keep the PG, or at least PG-13, so I'll just say the ones being creepy to also avoid. Yeah. Creepy people at work are the worst. It was nice chatting, you. I'm assuming that's yeah. Right. I hope to see you on another stream at some point, Raza. It's good.
Yeah. See you later, mate.
Take
Also,
care,
I
Razza.
got your message,
Oh.
thank you. So I will check that.
Okay. All right. Take care, Razza.
See you later. Oh no!
Just like Razza was just like, I'm leaving. They've just like completely traumatized. Like this is not what I was
Yeah.
expecting.
It's like I never want to work again a day in my life.
It's like I wasn't expecting the trauma dump from this. I just asked a simple question. I hate this one because that part takes forever. Blooming
Yeah,
battleground.
well, to be fair, this one started about 2 minutes before I was thinking of ending. And I was like, I'll do one more. And as soon as I
Yeah.
saw which one it was, I was like,
I was gonna
what
say
have
this
I
is the last.
done?
I was gonna say this is the last one anyway, but then I just like, oh god, it's a battleground. We're gonna be here till like midnight or something. I hope not, but if we are, I apologize, Saber. I also just realised they've completely just like reskinned the first strike we did and made the red white.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is basically the same.
So, as
The
much as
same
I
map.
love Destiny, this seems kind of lazy.
Oh, this is lazy as hell.
Oh, I got rid of the two ogres. Oh, there's a portal. I wonder what's going to come out of there. Maybe it's the boss. It should be a dragon. It's going to be a dragon, isn't it? No, it's just a warlock hive person. The guardian hive. Wizard. There we go. That's the word. What is your favourite Just Dance song? Pink is asking.
What was that, sorry?
Pink's asking what's your favourite Just Dance song?
I remember playing. I wouldn't be able to tell you which one it was from, but I remember playing Just Dance quite a lot a while back where I worked. Blooming neck, we're getting launched, and I used to quite enjoy doing Backstreet Boys, Backstreet's Back.
Nice.
It's a classic.
I can't remember who sings it, but Eye of the Tiger, not the Katy Perry one.
Oh, Survivor.
Yeah,
It was from Rocky 3. Rising
that
up,
one.
back on my feet. Did the time, took my chances.
I can't actually think of any other Just Dance songs that I did apart from that one.
I wouldn't know what. I've
From
seen like a few others.
From my Just Dance, it was the I think there was Who Let the Dogs Out was on there.
I remember Cotton Eye Joe was on one of them.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, I've been for Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye
Copyright
Joe.
strike.
Copyright strike. Shut up.
I've got to do it every time we sing a song, alright? Including, well...
Don't you do it.
Okay. Well, Cosmo...
It's your channel, dude. Or at least it is for now, anyway.
What do you mean for now?
Until they just delete it.
Oh, okay. I was just like, what do you mean for now? What do you know something I don't?
Yeah, I've actually I've put a bid in to purchase it from YouTube.
It's like, I'm planning a merger and you're not included in the future.
That's not a merger,
like-
that's just robbery.
Ironic, because that is most mergers.
That is true.
But, what was it? Pink was saying, not talking about the BTS version, but I definitely, did enjoy playing Dynamite. I know the BTS version, trying to think of the not BTS version. Saber, do you know who BTS is?
No, haven't got a clue.
Okay, they're a K-pop band. I'm expecting a follow-up question of what's K-pop.
I know what K-pop is, you cheeky little prick.
Wow, the aggression, Jesus.
The arrogance of youth. There's this thing called music, right? And what happens is, shut the hell up. Here you go. What's the most toxic behavior? Being young.
No, because I was talking to my sister and her boyfriend, and obviously they're younger than me, and they were going just like in it, and I said like I was making fun of him, going just like, yeah, ain't it? And my sister goes, no, it's not ain't it, it's in it. I'm just like, oh god. Just like, was ain't it not short enough for people?
I mean, pardon me for being a little bit awkward, but I remember, isn't it? Or as we called it, the English language.
You have to understand, high school was a rough time for me.
How do you think it was for me? I had to
Fair
veer
enough.
between high school and the Second World War.
And then you had the Stone Ages.
Oh, and those dinosaurs, they weren't fully gone yet.
Oh, those damn lizard tyrants. If you're a dinosaur nerd, you'll get that reference.
And then you had the Romans running the classes, and if you didn't get your homework in, they would cruise. Oh, actually, let's not.
Yeah, religion wasn't a thing then, luckily.
I'm afraid it was, dude.
As in, like, religion lessons on Jesus. That guy. Keanu Reeves.
I mean, it was. The only difference was he actually ran them.
Oh, yeah. It's like you get to witness the stories firsthand. The temptation to time travel just to see if Jesus was real.
To be fair, historical accuracy, if you believe that people like Tutankhamun, Julius Caesar, anyone else like that exists, then it's the same as believing Jesus exists, because it's the same historical evidence that identifies all of them.
A dead carcass.
In fact, even older than that, the tombs of some of the Egyptian pharaohs actually document events that happened in the Bible in real time at the time they happened.
Oh.
The tomb of Ramesses the Great actually chronicles
Moses.
He was the one around the same time as Moses, yeah?
Yeah.
So his tomb actually talks about the Exodus. It talks about the plagues that are all documented in the Old Testament. So, yeah, there's a lot of things there that are... I'm not saying fact, because,
But there's evidence of it.
But they are historically factual. In the sense of, if you believe in anything else historical, then it would be... I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm saying when people say, well, I don't believe this person exists, but you believe this person exists. Oh, yeah. So basically what you're saying is, if it doesn't challenge something you disagree with, you'll accept it. But if it challenges something you disagree with, you won't. I'll accept that Cleopatra, Ramesses the Great, and Tutankhamun exist, but not Jesus, because that then makes me have to sort of consider something.
Yeah.
Not saying you have to believe that he's the son of God, but
I
believe
believe
he exists.
I believe, like, in real person, but it's more like, just like, was he, like...
That's fair enough. Because there's a difference between just believing something and just accepting historical accuracy.
Yeah, obviously, like, I believe, like, in obviously, like, seeing the, like,
real person, because everything is based on like real life. Like,
Yeah.
so obviously there would have to be somebody for like inspiration and stuff like that. Not even if like if I'm struggling with words here. Hold on.
So it's basically, I can accept that the person exists, whether or not you believe that the person is who the stories say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I can quite comfortably say that's the strangest stream we've done in a long time.
Yeah, it
We
started
covered
off with
we covered gaming, toxic gaming. We covered
Toxic.
religion. We covered history, and we covered work colleagues and relationships.
I bet you weren't thinking we were gonna go into history and religion today, but yep.
Join us next week for politics.
I brought up time travel purely because I was thinking just like I know everybody has the talk of just like, oh, if I had a time travel, I'd go back and kill this person before they did that horrible thing. I'm not naming any names because I know that somebody in YouTube might go,
Hang on
But-
a minute.
it's just like I'd like to go back just to see just like did these events like in like mythology and stuff like that happen. That's what I'd want to time travel to see.
I think you can. The one thing that can be said for certain is that none of these events took place exactly how we know them.
Yeah.
None of them. Not a single thing. You can guarantee that if you went back and saw the dinosaurs, you'd go, oh, that's not what I expected. You can guarantee that if you went back and saw a famous battle, you'd go, oh, I thought that person did this. You can guarantee that if you went back and met, iconic religious figures, they wouldn't be exactly how you would expect them. Whether or not certain things happened, you'd go, oh, so by this they meant that. That I can believe more, and it's I think what you sort of but that's why for me
Yeah.
religion is based on belief
Yeah.
because it can't be challenged, it can't be disagreed with. The example I always use, because the type of person that will often have an issue, like there's often a big balance between science and religion. And when I say religion, I mean all belief systems. Atheism, for example, is a belief system. Because
It's
you
a belief system
believe,
about not having a belief.
well, it's a belief that there isn't a higher power of
Yeah.
some type. By definition, that makes it a belief because you also can't prove it. Therefore, it is that is what you have faith in. So, again, but the idea of things like theoretical physics, guess what that is? A belief system. Because by definition, the reason it's called theoretical is you can't prove it. You can only, and is it any more illogical or logical, depending on how you want to look at it, to say, right, this thing, for example, the theoretical physics version of how the universe is created is that something was created. The universe was created. What by? The Big Bang. What was the Big Bang created by? Well, an explosion of antimatter. Okay, but what was there before that? Nothing. So where did that come from? Nothing. So
you wanted me to
everything
answer
came
that,
from
sorry.
nothing. No, I'm not. I'm not asking you to answer that.
It's just
But
the
what I'm
way
saying
you
is,
stopped for a bit and then
I leave
went,
that gap because they can't answer it.
Yeah.
Because there isn't an answer. So basically, what you're saying to me is literally everything erupted out of absolute nothingness. That's what we'd call a miracle. And that's literally what it is. And if you say to someone who, for example, who is atheist, what would so you believe that before you were born there was nothing, correct? Before the universe existed there was nothing, correct? And when you die you go back to nothing, correct? So isn't that you going back to your creator?
Son of
which
a...
is literally the definition of going to heaven or hell. You know, I suppose, depending.
Any atheist
You-
watching is going to
Sorry to
unsubscribe.
trigger, but it is literally whatever a belief system is. It believes that you will unite
Yeah.
back to what you believe created you.
I believe Zeus created me out of clay. How does that work out? Do I
Well,
just
if he
return to like a
creates you out
puddle
of
of
clay, what's going to happen when you? What do you believe happens when you die?
Do I just turn into clay?
It's usually that you would reunite. You would go back to where your essence came from. But also, clay only existed from the start of Earth. So unless you don't believe in any science, then you can't believe that Zeus created you out of clay.
I was more saying it for the bit because I believe
know,
more
I
in
know.
the,
I know.
the Greek gods.
And I totally know that. I know you don't actually believe that. But my point being that that's with all these things. It still always just comes back to what you yourself
Yeah.
believe. And they all actually end up being the same thing. It's just some things are considered more cool. So it's not considered cool to say that you're Catholic. That's considered, that's the straight white male of
Standard.
society. It's
The basic
so,
bitch of religion.
Exactly. But go back a few hundred years, you were being hunted and thrown into the lions for that. They were the most persecuted belief on the planet. And so, guess what? That made it damn cool. Because you were the outsider, you were the one that believed something that no one else did. And that's just how these things work. So there you go. So we've covered religion, science, everything. What a stream.
Oh, Jesus.
And on that note, I will have to depart. I've already left the air party. I don't know if you
Yeah,
want
I
to say
saw
your
that.
goodbye and stuff, and I'll...
Yeah. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for Pink Fireheart and Razza is Retro and Hardly Quinn for showing up and chatting to us for a bit. So thank you very much for that. Also the first time Razza has joined and stayed for a whole stream.
It was good to have me here.
It was, yeah.
It was actually quite nice because you had both Razza and Pink for a good lot of the chunk of the stream. That was a really nice stream, to be fair.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. If you liked the video, please like, consider subscribing. Thank you, Saber, for joining me on doing these strikes. And sorry we overran a bit.
A bit. Like half an hour.
I can't control Battlegrounds. I apologize.
No worries.
But anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Take care.